name's Denice Traina, and good evening.
Good evening.
I would also like to be your next commissioner in District 1, and I wanted to tell you a little bit about myself. I've been a resident of the Harrisburg neighborhood over 20 years. I've had the pleasure of meeting many of my neighbors through different activities, such as being president of the Harrisburg West End Neighborhood Association, initiating the community garden, our bee cooperative, starting our Harrisburg newspaper, and one that I'm especially proud of was organizing the interfaith habitat build that we did. As a physical therapist licensed in Georgia, I get to meet, as you can imagine, a lot of folks, a very diverse population, and I continue to learn from them every day. I have learned that I may not have all the answers to the problems of my neighbors or my patients, but I can usually put them in touch with someone who can help them. I wanted to share with you that my husband is here, and I met him. He's a naturalized citizen during my Peace Corps time in South America. And so as a result of that, I have two young men in my family, 24 and 18-year-old boys. So I share a lot of the concerns that you have for your young men in this community. I have gotten a great appreciation for what community and family really mean during my time living in the Harrisburg neighborhood. And I am especially impressed when people lend a hand, sometimes before you ask them. And that's been the most impressive thing about my community.
To establish common ground. So in other words, there are things that we can agree on, and we need to listen to one another. I think listening is a key issue for all of us in that kind of capacity as commissioners. Listen, weigh the options, understand that there are different options. People will present different ideas. And then act on it. But act in concert, act with consensus-making model in mind. Hard to follow all the time, but it's a very good goal to try and achieve. I think if we want to really modernize Augusta and really and figuratively move it forward, we need to look at our transit system. There are so many of the jobs that we're talking about that exist at Fort Gordon. Y'all know they cut that route. If we reinstated that route, if we took transit seriously enough to where we actually did the job of transit director out, I think that would move us forward in a very big way to stimulate our own economy right here in Augusta instead of waiting for somebody else to move in with some big business. The transit goes hand in hand with jobs and industry. If we would move to industry, and we all know there's a whole lot of residents here who need job training, who weren't able for whatever reason to go to college and graduate university. So we need businesses that are willing to do job training, not only that, but to come out of that job training with a living wage, a wage that you can pay your rent, pay your food, pay your transportation. Right now, most of the people I've been talking to on what I call the listening tour tell me they're working 2 jobs, sometimes 3 jobs. That destabilizes the family. And that is something that if we really want to go to move forward, we need to understand the importance of the integrity of families, and jobs are number 1. The patch, I hope it will continue to be a public entity. I think it's very positive to have that link with youth and have a public institution that we can all use. And so I hope it will go in that direction, and we support that.
Vote Denice Traina, District 1 Commissioner.